2 games, 22 years. Arsenal are closer than ever to the Premier League title. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine it is May 25th, 2026. The final day of the Premier League season. Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace, away. The referee blows his whistle. The Arsenal players look at each other. Then, one by one, they look at their phones. And the news comes through. It is over. Arsenal are Premier League champions. 22 years, 8,000 days. Generations of supporters who have waited, hoped, suffered, and believed. Through the near misses, the heartbreaks, the trophyless European nights. That one day, this day, would come. Now, open your eyes. Because that moment, it is not a fantasy anymore, and it is 2 games away. 2 games, 22 years. And Arsenal have never, in the entire modern era of this football club, been this close. Today we are going to break down exactly what needs to happen. Starting Monday night, starting with Burnley at the Emirates, this is everything you need to know. Chapter 1. The table. The numbers that tell the story. Let us start with the facts, because the facts are beautiful right now if you are an Arsenal fan. Arsenal, 79 points, 24 wins, 36 games played. Manchester City, 77 points, 23 wins, 36 games played, 2 points. That is the gap. 2 points with 2 games left. Arsenal are in the driving seat, and they have been there all season. But let us talk about how we actually got here, because this lead didn't build itself. Cast your mind back to the game against West Ham. A tense, nervy evening at the London Stadium. Arsenal needing the 3 points and struggling to break down a stubborn West Ham defense. And then, in the 83rd minute, Martin Ødegaard did what only true captains can do. He picked up the ball in a tight area, read the space before anyone else saw it, and played a cut back into the danger zone with the kind of precision that only comes from a player operating on a completely different frequency to everyone else on the pitch. Leandro Trossard arrived. 1 touch, 1 finish, 1-0. Game 1. Title race kept alive. That one moment of Ødegaard magic. That one piece of creativity that opened West Ham's defense at exactly the right time. That could be the moment that wins Arsenal the Premier League. Not just a goal, not just 3 points. Potentially the defining moment of this entire season. Remember that assist when Arsenal lift that trophy. Because it matters. Now, Manchester City. Let us talk about City. Because here is the plot twist that has turned this title race completely on its head. Manchester City drew at Everton. A draw. At Goodison Park. Against a mid-table Everton side. And in doing so, they handed Arsenal the keys to their own destiny. That dropped point has put City in a position that Arsenal fans know all too well. And this is where it gets deeply, almost poetically interesting. Cast your mind back to the 2023-24 season. Arsenal were flying, top of the table. The Emirates was dreaming. And then, the loss to Aston Villa at home. That defeat cracked everything open. The momentum shattered. The belief wavered. And Manchester City, cool, clinical, Pep Guardiola's relentless machine, took full advantage and ran away with the title. Arsenal fans were the ones watching and praying that City would slip up. In one of those nail-biting matches, Manchester City against Tottenham, Son Heung-min found himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper. A chance that could have changed history. A chance that, had it gone in, might have swung the title to Arsenal. It didn't go in. City won. Arsenal's dream died. Now, the roles are completely reversed. It is Manchester City fans who are watching and praying. It is City supporters refreshing scores on their phones, hoping Arsenal drop points against Burnley, hoping something, anything, goes wrong for the Gunners. They are in the exact same seat Arsenal fans were in 2024. Desperate, hopeful, helpless. And Arsenal are the ones in control. The ones who just need to do their own job. The destiny is in their hands. The poetic justice is real. And on Monday night, it all begins. Chapter 2. The opponent. Do not underestimate Burnley. Now, before anyone starts celebrating, let us talk about Monday night. Let us talk about Burnley. Yes, they are already relegated. Burnley are stuck on 21 points in 19th place, already confirmed as one of 3 teams going down to the championship. On paper, this should be comfortable. But here is what keeps Arteta up at night. And it is the thing that every honest Arsenal fan knows in the back of their mind. Burnley have nothing to lose. Zero pressure, zero consequences. They can go to the Emirates and play with the freedom of a team that has already accepted their fate. No nerves, no fear, no tactical caution, just 11 men in claret and blue with absolutely nothing riding on the result. And that, in football, makes a side genuinely dangerous. As the preview noted, Burnley are already relegated, so they have nothing to lose, which changes the emotional pressure of the game completely. And while Burnley are winless in 10 and have conceded in each of their last 6, shipping 12 goals in their last 5 matches, there is one player in that team who can hurt Arsenal on the counter. Jadon Anthony has 8 league goals and 32 successful dribbles. The one outlet who can punish a high Arsenal line if Burnley get a settled spell. Arsenal cannot afford complacency. Not here. Not now. Not with 22 years riding on the next 2 weeks. Chapter 3. How Arsenal must play. The tactical blueprint. So how does Arsenal win this game? How do they navigate the minefield of a nothing-to-lose, newly relegated side at a full Emirates stadium crackling with tension and expectation? The answer is simple, and Arteta knows it. Score early, score fast. Kill the game before it becomes a game. If Arsenal score early, the match can open up, and goal difference may naturally come into play. If they chase the margin before securing control, they risk making the night more complicated than it needs to be. Think about what an early goal does to this game. The Emirates erupts, the players relax, the pressure evaporates, and suddenly, Burnley, who came with nothing to lose, are behind and forced to chase the game. Their defensive structure breaks, spaces open up, and Arsenal, with Gyökeres, Saka, and Trossard running at a tiring backline, can pick them apart at will. But if Arsenal go into that game tense, if the crowd is nervous, if the first 20 minutes are tight, if Burnley sit deep and frustrate, then the pressure builds. The weight of 22 years starts pressing down on every touch, every pass, every decision. An early goal is not just about football, it is about psychology. It is about telling 60,000 people in that stadium, and millions watching around the world, that this is happening, that this is real. Set pieces will remain crucial too. Arsenal's win at Burnley earlier in the season was shaped by dead ball threat, and Arteta's side has repeatedly used restarts to break open tight league games. Against a side likely to spend long spells defending deep, set pieces could again offer the key route through. Chapter 4. The key players. Who wins this game for Arsenal? Let us talk about the men who will decide Monday night. Victor Gyökeres, the finisher. Gyökeres has 14 league goals on 7.18 expected goals. The most prolific striker Arsenal have fielded in this title race. Against a Burnley defense that has allowed 2.5 goals per game on the road. This is a gift for a striker in the form of his life. He is the top goal scorer tip from every major analyst for Monday night. If Arsenal score early, he will be the reason why. Bukayo Saka, the heartbeat. 7 goals, 4 assists, 49 successful dribbles, and the only gunner with double-digit big chances created, 10. Saka is the player who makes Arsenal tick. On a night where emotions are running high, his ability to take the ball in tight spaces and drive at defenders will be essential for releasing the tension in that stadium. Martin Ødegaard, the captain who delivers. When Arsenal needed someone to step up against West Ham, Ødegaard came off the bench and immediately changed the game. His assist for Trossard's winner was a moment of pure class and composure. On Monday, with the title in sight, his captain's mentality will be exactly what this team needs to stay calm when the pressure builds. David Raya, the last line. We already know what Raya means to this team, the man who won his 3rd consecutive Golden Glove, the goalkeeper who made the crucial save against West Ham and had the awareness to know the disallowed goal couldn't stand. If Burnley get a moment on the counter, Raya will be there. He always is. Chapter 5. What this win means. The belief factor. Here is something that goes beyond tactics, beyond lineups, beyond statistics. Winning at home on Monday night against Burnley, even if it is 1-0, even if it is scrappy and uncomfortable, does something to a football club that no analyst can fully measure. It makes it real. Right now, the title still feels like something that is coming, something in the distance, a dream that keeps getting bigger but hasn't arrived yet. A win on Monday night makes it tangible. It puts Arsenal 5 points clear of Manchester City. It means City need to win both remaining games and Arsenal need to drop points against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park for the title to slip away. And for the players, a home win sends them to Crystal Palace with belief. The kind of belief that can only come from results. Not words, not tactics, results. Arsenal have won each of their last 10 games against sides that have already been relegated. They know how to handle this situation. They have been here before this season. They grind, they win, they move on. The Emirates will be loud on Monday. Loud in a way that is equal parts excitement and nerves. And the fastest way to turn those nerves into pure joy? Score early. Score again. Put Burnley to bed before halftime. Exactly the way they did in the reverse fixture earlier this season, when Gyökeres and Rice both scored before halftime in a controlled 2-0 win at Turf Moor. Do that on Monday, and the Emirates becomes the loudest place on earth. Chapter 6. Then comes Crystal Palace. The final chapter. And now, the part that makes every Arsenal fan's stomach flip. Because even if Arsenal beat Burnley on Monday, even if Manchester City drop points at Bournemouth on Tuesday, even if Arsenal wake up on Wednesday morning as clear favorites, there is still one more game. Crystal Palace, away, Sunday, May 25th, Selhurst Park. Let me paint you a picture. It is the final day of the Premier League season. Every single match kicks off simultaneously. 60 grounds across England, all playing at the same time. The most dramatic afternoon in English football. Arsenal at Selhurst Park, needing a win to guarantee the title, or needing City to slip up, or both. Crystal Palace play in a European final just 3 days after hosting Arsenal. Their focus, their energy, their preparations will be almost entirely consumed by that European occasion. Which means Arsenal could be arriving at Selhurst Park facing a Palace side that has one eye, maybe both eyes, somewhere completely different. That is an advantage Arsenal cannot ignore. But here is what makes this genuinely exciting. What makes this the kind of football moment that gets written about for decades? These are uncharted waters for Arsenal after all. This generation of players, Saka, Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Raya, they have never done this before. None of them have lifted the Premier League trophy. None of them have experienced the final day title anxiety that only a handful of clubs ever face. And that is exactly why Monday matters so much. Win on Monday. Make it to Crystal Palace with the title in your hands. And then, on May 25th, in front of the whole world, finish the job. Imagine the scenes. Imagine Arteta on the touchline at Selhurst Park when the final whistle goes. Imagine the players piling on top of each other. Imagine the away end. 3,000 Arsenal fans who will never forget where they were on that day. Absolutely losing their minds. Imagine the open-top bus through North London. The trophy lifted at the Emirates in front of 60,000 people. 22 years. All of it. Every near miss, every heartbreak, every season that ended in disappointment, leading to this one moment. We are 1 week away from Arsenal being Premier League champions. 1 week away from the craziest, most emotional, most unforgettable night in this club's modern history. And it all starts Monday. 2 games, 22 years. Beat Burnley on Monday night. Score early. Take the chances. Shut them out. Send the Emirates home buzzing. Then go to Crystal Palace on May 25th and lift that trophy. It sounds simple. It is anything but. And that is what makes this the most gripping, nerve-shredding, beautiful 2 weeks of football any Arsenal fan has ever experienced. Are you ready? Because I am telling you right now, the next 7 days are going to be absolutely crazy. If you are an Arsenal fan, a football fan, or just someone who loves sport, do not look away. Do not blink. Because history is about to be made. Drop in the comments. Are you confident Arsenal are going to do it? Or are your nerves getting the better of you? I want to know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Because between now and May 25th, we are covering every single moment.